So, I haven't uploaded any gaming videos this month because I'm not going to be uploading for like the rest of May until the 28th basically, because I have exams and I need to do them, and once I've done them I can come back and record. You know, I've got a backlog of footage that I can make and use, but first I just got to get this out the way. Once I've got it out the way, we can begin again. Today I wanted to talk about something great that's happened, something amazing, something beautiful. Battlefield 1 was announced on Friday, and let me tell you now, I will play this thing to death when it comes out. I will make videos on it. I'm just going to grab some screenshots from the game trailer and I'm just going to talk about them. So let's start off with a bit of horse warfare. Obviously horse warfare, it's going to be high speed, intense, probably charging, you know, running at other horse riders, using your club or your machete or your sword to chop them off. Biplanes are something we haven't had. Biplanes, not as acrobatic as the jets we've been using for many games now. It's just machine gun versus machine gun with some biplanes, and that's how that combat is going to work, and that's going to be interesting. And another thing I've heard and read is that we're going to be able to take chunks let's say we're shooting against another plane. If you shoot it and you destroy a bit of its wing, the wing can fall off a bit, so like bits can splinter off it, and the more damage the wing takes or wherever you hit the plane, the more harder the handling of the plane becomes for the other player. So that's a pretty nice trick. The vice representative said that tanks won't be the same for each faction, you know, like each country. So obviously each country had their own variation of the tank. Tanks are going to have like their own little traits and quirks you're going to have to learn for each tank to make it operate better. And obviously tanks, these aren't going to be the tanks that we have in the current battlefields, like the modern day ones. Tanks in World War One, they didn't have the huge rotating cannon. They just had a couple of turrets on the side because they were designed to intimidate, crush, and be used as a moving transport for machine guns, basically. Moving on to melee weapons, the most brutal thing we've seen. I mean, the trailer opens up with someone getting their head caved in by a trench mace, you know, and then we see moments later someone getting hacked down with a shovel. Melee weapons are going to have their own little variations on them, and apparently each one is going to have its drawbacks and its advantages, you know. So a shovel obviously takes longer to kill because it's a blunt object, so you're just bludgeoning someone to death. Unless you use the corners, I guess. Anyway, obviously a sword, it's quicker. Don't see many drawbacks with it, to be honest. You can't dig your trench with a sword. I guess that's where the shovel comes into play. There's a pretty intense bit of gameplay. I think it was actual gameplay that they showed with like a HUD removed, because it was a guy running straight into gas, some mustard or chlorine gas, and he was firing his little Lewis gun on his gas mask, and when he puts it on, the gas mask on, his line of sight is a bit hindered by the glass lenses in the mask. So who knows, maybe the HUD will be a bit scratched up, a bit obscured when you're wearing a gas mask. It would be pretty cool, to be honest. Made me quite happy that they're taking almost a World at War take on it, and what they're doing is they're going to be doing different campaigns from different perspectives. So with the Arabian era, because that's what the desert is, I think, and due to the costume design, it's going to be the Arabian Revolt. You have the European front, the Western front, which is where the majority of the trench warfare took place, and it's one of the most renowned places for the trench warfare. And you also have what looks like the Italian side or the French side of the Alps, because you've got a huge mountain range, and it looks pretty awesome, to be honest. And let's just take a minute to appreciate Battlefield and what they've done. DICE, well done, thank you so much. Let's take a look at the YouTube stats. What, COD, the Infinite Warfare trailer, got about 700,000 dislikes right now. In a week, it hasn't even mustered up in a week, it's got nowhere near Battlefield 1. Rest in peace, Call of Duty. This is the year of the Battlefield, finally. So, to conclude, I'm just going to wrap it up. I want Battlefield 1, and I can say goodbye, wish me luck in my exams. I'll see you later.